Shit. All right, guys, we're live. Welcome back to Knuckles, a family friend podcast, where we talk all things pop culture, where it comes to comics, anime, video games, and of course, we're still on this topic of Loki. And episode 5 just premiered a couple days ago, and here we are going to go talk about it. And Anthony is back with us. We miss you, Anthony. He was gone for the past 2 episodes. So, Anthony, normally I like to start off by thoughts on the episode, but since you've been gone for 2 episodes, I'm gonna give you the floor first. I'm gonna put you on the spot like right away, right now.
Oh, right away.
Yeah, right away, man. This is what happens. You see, this is me. If anyone misses an episode discussion, I would give them the right to be like, "Hey, you missed last week's discussion. I'll let you go first." Yeah, that's courtesy of me right there. That shows how much I love you right there.
I appreciate that.
Of course, it's all love.
Yeah, so do you want me to go from here, or was that the handoff in a sense?
Okay, I'm handing the ball off to you right now,
Okay.
Anthony. You tell us your thoughts on
Well,
episode 5.
oh well, I think the show is like really starting to come together. At the beginning, I was kind of like, like I like it, but it's not really drawing me in. But I think the last two episodes, have really kind of grasp my attention, in a sense. I like the whole dynamic of all the modes, like the different Lokis and like the different time zones and the different time period kind of Lokis, and it. I like how they're gearing it like it's pretty much it's just him like kind of thing. I mean they have the whole thing with the variants and this whole time lapse, but I guess my question or what I'm starting to like I don't know. I'm wondering more so about is like what is the whole purpose behind it and like you know especially like the whole I know you guys talked about last episode with them being the three I don't know I forget their names the three guys that control everything
Timekeepers,
the
time
timekeepers, yeah, like
fakers,
they
time
like
fakers.
yeah when they like kind of chopped off their head and it was like they're just robots. It's kind of like, oh, well, are they still real, like in a sense, or is it just like there's somebody else like controlling everything, like controlling the strings on what's happening? But other than that, man, as far as like the episode, I'll get into that. It's just like I thought it was really cool, like with him like kind of talking to himself in like these other dimensions in a sense and like how they all kind of portrayed each other like in one segment of the episode and it just kind of and then how he's kind of like standing back and he's like looking at everybody like yo am I like this like all of you sound like kind of ridiculous so it's kind of weird in the sense of him like kind of looking at himself like not from the inside out but just seeing himself and he's just like man is this like how I act kind of thing. And it's also interesting that like out of all the Lokis, like all of them are males. And then you have like the little crocodile or gator, and then there's only one female version of him, and that's the one like he's fallen like has this like romantic situation with. You know what I mean? Like he's like got feelings for this
Yeah,
female
love
version of him.
yourself.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
so
I
I got
personally, like I said, I personally see it as a basically coming, like actually taking a reflection look at yourself and like accepting yourself and loving them as more like not like a family bond, but like a close friendship where like they finally understand each other and then understand themselves and like accept each other and accept
Mm.
themselves. So I feel like that's the
Mhm.
connection. I don't, like it's weird to me that they're like I don't think they're pushing it as romantic because even the director said
No,
she doesn't see it that way. So
no.
I don't know.
I,
Yeah,
for
but
me,
yeah, it's
oh, my bad, Anthony. Go
yeah, I'm
ahead.
sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, like to me, like when he was about to like express his feelings, and then like he got vaporized. I thought that was like his part where he's like, I care about you, and like that he was gaining all these feelings for the female version for himself. But I could be wrong, and like if somebody else had another opinion about that whole scene, and when they did kind of see each other, was it more so friendship?
I think it's more
I
of like I have to see it more as a friendship thing because like again, I think so many people in shows and movies are so used to any sort of bond or like closeness between like a male and female character is instantly romantic, and I don't see it. Again, I don't see it that way. I really see it as like they say like they never felt this before, like they don't know, like they're kind of confused. They're like, I actually like care about somebody, I actually like worry for somebody else that's not myself, even though it's technically still him, but
Mhm.
um like they're kind of confused by that, so they're like they never had a true friendship and true like belonging with somebody. Even with like Mobius, like he actually like at the end, which is adorable, like he goes in for a hug with Mobius and like really hugs him, and it's like
Dang, you
because he
stole my
actually,
son. I was gonna say that.
yeah, because
I
like
was gonna
he
say that.
actually
Damn.
cares about him, and I'm like, it's the first time Loki's had true friends he could count on
Feeling.
and actually gave
I
a
mean,
shit
yeah.
about.
No, that was my biggest thing from the episode was just seeing the growth in between Loki. Like as you said, thank you, my friend. Hugs him. I mean, granted, we were seeing a better Loki in like Ragnarok, but like to see it in this show, it just shows like how much he's gained. And, another part that I liked was how I betrayed everyone that I ever loved, but I'm not going to betray you. Like, and he said, and then when he said to Sylvie, "I'm staying." Normally, if the old Loki would be like, "Yeah, I'm out of here. I ain't fighting this shit. No, like you're on your own." But I'm actually staying with you. And not only that, he in, he enchanted the what's it called? What was the thing called? The cloud demon? What was it called?
Uh,
Liath or whatever.
uh
It was
I forget his name
something.
too. It's okay.
something with an L. So it started with L, but like
I
the
think it's
fact that
Eliath, something like that.
Liath, yeah,
Yeah,
like the fact that he doesn't do enchantress, but he said to the when the other old Loki was helping him, he's like he said he's more powerful than he realized. Sylvester is taking Loki's words, like you're more powerful than you realize. So that scene right there, when they were both using the enchantress on the Liath right there, I'm like, yo, like Loki right now is just like he's just really impressed me. Like he's come a long way from like being that fake tough guy to actually like loving somebody right now. Like I said, Mobius and Sylvie were like the only friends that he actually made, and he actually sparked he actually sparked that that future Loki to help him out. Like had he not been there, I feel as though the old Loki felt happy, even though he died. He was like, I did something. So that was really dope. So Loki had an impact on a lot of these people right here, man, and I just think it's just really dope. And by the way, first episode,
yes,
I was saying when they vaporize those people, I'm thinking to myself, I don't think they're really dead. Well, technically, they weren't really dead. They were just sent to the void. I mean, majority of everybody else died, but like they didn't really die when they got vaporized by that thing. And that woman that vaporized them, calling her Miss Snitch right now because she's like, I need to tell people the keeper of the TV that they're in danger. Like, why the fuck would you want to do that? You've been lied to. Like, why would you want to help them out? So, I said, I don't want to ramble to him before I say something that somebody else wants to say. So I don't know if Derek or Rachel want to take the floor because Rachel kind of said things I wanted to say. I don't know if you want to like switch it over to
Sorry.
Derek. No, it's all good, man. Like, yeah. But like I said, the Miss Snitch, Mitch Goody Good too. She's like, I got warn who's the keeper of the TV. I gotta warn him because Sylvie and Lee are gonna stop him. Not like why? Like, I want to know what happened in her past life. Like, I want to know. Like,
Too
it was her
much
past life that
exposition.
bad? What's up?
Too much exposition.
Probably.
Gotta focus on a few people at a time. Unfortunately,
Probably, man, but
if the
And
MCU wants
also,
to get to them,
Loki
they
got
will.
approved for for a second season. Like it's actually going to be continuous. So
Which is
it'll be
nuts. That's crazy.
it'll be interesting. Well, it'll be interesting to see how season one ends because, quite honestly, like I thought we would have like found out who's the keeper of the TVA by now. Now we're gonna get on like the very last episode. Like, what can they all reveal in the next episode? But like I said, I don't want to ramble on. I want to get Derek's take on this episode. Over here recording and shit. He's over here drinking and eating right now. How dare he?
he just took a
Sorry.
sip.
Okay. So there were a lot of Easter eggs in this episode. Did
Yeah.
anybody see Frog?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
That
missed
was
it at first.
that was awesome. Loki, you guys are right. Loki, he only it's not there. Writers have
Okay.
an issue when it comes to personifying how two people should feel for one another, especially when it's a man and a woman. So people will always try to romanticize and say, "Oh, they like each other." No, yeah, like you said, Rachel, this is Loki finally having feelings for somebody other than himself. You see, when he created his cloak over himself, he made it bigger for him and Sophie as well, because he was like, oh, like I am, damn, I am selfish. Like, and then you see him take it back and then make it bigger to wrap around her as well. Uh, that giant lion, I forget its name, but that also is a servant of what's his face? Jesus Christ, the dude that's gonna be the new bad guy.
Kang.
Kang, yeah. That lion's actually a servant of Kang. So another fun little Easter egg to him. Did anybody see the Thanos copter?
Yes.
I didn't see it, but when I saw on it
Yeah.
through IGN, I'm like, oh shit, how the fuck I missed
No.
that?
I was like, holy shit, yo, Marvel really is pulling every multiverse type like move out like as possible. Even if they don't reference it later on in the future, like it's there for you. It's like, okay, we
It
didn't
is.
forget. These are the things that have been here, and even if it's just a set piece, we'll sprinkle it in for you. Um, and when the old man Loki created Asgard and like that lion came for him before he died, I liked what he said because he said that in his reality he faked his death against Thanos again to get away. And that's how he became a variant because he went against that timeline. So when he was getting ready
Yep.
to die, he was like purpose. I was like, wow, wow, like that was heavy. I said, this is like,
His story's sad too, because it's like
It
yeah,
is.
the TVA took him only because he wanted to go see his brother again. They're like, nope, you're not allowed to leave. Bye.
yeah,
TV,
like
Like,
that
yo,
was
TV are a bunch of dicks, man.
it was beautiful. They really did a good job with that one. And like you said, with Morbius and Loki's whole scene, them two like actually hugging it out and him realizing, yeah, I've got a real friend here, so somebody that was genuinely trying to help me here, and all because he was trying to be like really helpful and actually look out for my well-being and actually like believe in me and show me the way. He got mixed in with my bullshit, and now we have to figure this out because man, this story's gonna get so much bigger. Like you said, I absolutely forgot that they got hit with a season two. So that's dope. We'll get to see more Morbius. We'll get to see more Loki. Hopefully, we can get to see more multiverse shenanigans. So, in all honesty, there was a lot. I can't even unpack everything that I saw in one episode just in this video. Like, you know, as far as most things go, that was everything that I saw that really put a smile on my face. Oh, and the Black Thor, how he said he actually killed no, Black Loki, how he said he actually killed Thor and took Mjolnir. I was like, oh, that's actually really cool, like to think about.
And then
So
the kid
Mhm.
Loki killed Thor. I was like,
yeah, right. What the fuck?
oh, like shit. Loki's like, oh snap.
Right.
This kid means business right now. Okay, I haven't done that. I don't think I wanted to
And,
do that, but it's like, oh shit, this is some real shit
and
right
Gator
here, man.
Loki and Gator Loki biting off Loki's hand. That was epic.
Yo,
mhm.
which by the way, I think everyone in the trailer originally thought that was our Loki as a president Loki, but no, it was just a different different multiverse. I'm like, oh shit, they changed it up right there because I'm like,
President Loki was actually a weird comic book, but I liked where it went at the end.
yeah,
It was
it is a
it
comic.
was
I didn't read
interesting.
it, but I know about it.
It's pretty good. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. So that's kind of dope because that's why I enjoy like when we talk about this because there's certain things like I don't know, so I didn't see some of the stuff that you said you saw in the episode, like the Thanos like copter or
Hmm.
chopper. I had no idea. But
It was,
also, but I wanted to touch base on like what you said about purpose though, because or when you said like, you know, with Morbius, like I think Morbius was the person that kind of
Mobius is it
saw
Morbius is
Loki
the
for like
vampire.
who more. I don't, yeah, I don't know. Like, is it
They
Mobius or
both their
Morbius? I
names
don't.
It's
are like similar,
Mobius.
pretty much.
Oh, got you. But no, but he's. I think like with Loki, he's always kind of been a person that he wants to find his purpose. Like at the beginning of all of this, Mobius was saying how like after you take over, like what then? What's next after that? And it's kind of like it made Loki kind of think of himself like, okay, yeah, what will be after that? It's kind of like Loki's a person that just always wants like some kind of purpose in his life. And I think that like he's helped him like grow as a person when he's able to look inside and see like who he is, things that he doesn't really want to do, like harming people and things that he has to do to survive. He's kind of making him look at himself on the inside and like, and just like the old Loki, at the end where he's talk about, his purpose, like all of them were just like sitting around in like this little bowling alley, like, room. And they're just like, yo, we're not like trying to kill that thing. Like, forget that. Like, and he's like, no, we need to do this. Like, he's trying to get them riled up to like do something about it. And so when he finally came out at the end and he kind of helped them out in defeating it, it was like, that, giving him a sense of purpose. And like, I think that's why it was like sad to see him die, but it was like he gave his life, for like a better purpose for them to like find out the answers. So it's like to me, like that's what I'm kind of getting most out of this, which I like, is really diving into Loki and like his core like being and like him becoming who he really is supposed to be.
It's character growth, man. I like the growth that he's been. Like I like bad characters that turn out to be good later on. Granted, he's still a little weasel sometimes,
Yeah.
but I like this version of Loki though. But what do you guys think about that scene when Miss Snitch is talking to the that other time that TVA officer? I forgot her name. Anyone take
Isn't
anything
it
from
like
that?
B?
Just a
Isn't
soldier.
it B12 or B15
They're
or
yeah,
whatever her name is?
they're by like letter and letter number combinations. Like it's like C20 from last week. I don't know if C20 is actually dead. She possibly is dead. I don't know what they did to her. But yeah, that conversation though. I mean, what you guys think about that? Take anything from that?
Mm, I
Uh,
think Ramona is like I can't truly read her because I feel like she wants answers, but at the same time, you would think that she would know answers.
right.
Like, is she like being duped like everyone else, and she's like trying to find out shit herself, and she's angry that like she got fooled and like whatever, or like did she actually know things and she's just like trying to cover it up to keep it status quo? Like, I'm kind of confused
Like
on
she
what
was
her
saying
stand.
everything needs. She was. But I'm not a control Richard. She didn't care. Like even though the TVA was fake or the Tigers were fake, she was like, I don't care. There needs to be order in this time room or whatever. And it's like, I part of me wants to believe that she knows the situation that's going on. Like when C20 was revealing, about her past. Like I don't know which I don't know what she did at C20, but like we don't see C20 anymore. So like she I think, like I said, I just think she knows. Like, she doesn't want anyone else to know. She wants order to be kept in this realm, and that's what she is. I think she's all about order, even though she doesn't even know who's control everything. So it's like, why would you serve somebody who you don't even know, whom you hadn't even met? Which
I
makes
mean, maybe
no
she
freaking sense to
believed
me.
that like the Wizard of Oz robot timekeepers were actually real. So she like believed in it, and she knew that like maybe everyone were variants. Like she knew that part because she didn't seem very surprised when like everyone else when like C20 was like saying it. She kind of like wanted to cover it up. So I feel like she knew about that, but like maybe she actually believed that those timekeepers were real, and like she believed in it.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
she also
She's just
knew like, and she also knew too when they vaporized people that they weren't fully dead.
yeah.
So to
Yeah.
me, like, yeah, it seemed like she knows things, but she's trying to keep like a certain order for some reason. And then like it was
Yeah, she
interesting
just
her
wants
conversation.
like.
Yeah, like
I
she
think
wanted
she just wants
order,
order.
but like
That's it.
it's like what is her reasoning? It's what's her reasoning behind that though? Like, since they revealed, like Rachel was saying, like the Wizard of Oz, like timekeepers, whatever, it's like now what? It's like now you kind of know the truth. So why hasn't she kind of joined like, Mobius, like in his thought process, he was like, yeah, I've been tricked this whole entire time. Where she's just kind of like she's like kind of stuck mentally, like in between.
Or stubborn. Or she'd be stubborn. Unless
Okay.
like unless she does she know about her past life, she doesn't want to go back to her past life again. It's possible.
I just wonder if she believed in it so much, and
Yeah.
then like she liked being in her new position of power as the judge or whatever the heck she is. Um, that like she wanted to keep that, and she wanted to keep order, and she wanted to keep her position, but then she's like she still wants answers of like, but like why? I don't know. But going on to the different Lokis though, being like always kidnapped by the TVA, like so many of them. Um, we see other people get put in that realm, world, whatever that planet thing is, the void.
The void.
Um, but like it's just the Lokis that tend to survive more often. But I was just thinking, like, because some other people are like guessing of like maybe so many Lokis are constantly being pulled from their timelines and their multiverses because if the whole purpose of the timekeepers or whoever's in charge of it, um, their goal is for like peace and like no chaos and no whatever, well, it would make sense that he would want to get rid of the god of mischief and chaos and like because Loki's always that person that's going to mess things up. So they probably just went, you know what, get rid of every Loki in every timeline and like just prevent shit from happening and kind of just put them in this void and keep them there. And this is like Sylvie and our Loki are like the first ones to like actually try and break out of it. I don't know.
Had it not been for Mobius,
It's
though,
like
like Loki would not be here right now. So like for them to even for looking back at it, for them to even let Mobius take Loki in, it's just y'all didn't see that coming. That something was gonna backfire. Like y'all did not see that coming, but I don't know, man. It's like that's a lot of work to try to get rid of all these Lokis. That would just be annoying. I would get tired of doing that every single time. But I
well,
guess
it's kind of,
it just shows how much
kind of off
Loki's
of that.
worth
It's like,
now.
lock their asses up. But it's saying it's like, yo, lock their asses up. Like we don't want to understand them. Like, it's like we rather them off the streets rather, or out of these planets to start mischief. And we would rather like have them in this time period or locked up and die. In a sense. And then you have Mobius who like sees this one Loki and he's like, hey, I see something in you. And it kind of stems from that, I guess.
It had to be something. But I think but we didn't get to talk about this. We talked a little bit about Sylvia, but so so when Sylvia went to the void, when she like put herself in the void, when you saw her the show like freezing for a second when she got a glimpse of the okay, what's the thing called again? Goliath's thought. What was it like? Its
Goliath.
thoughts or whatever. Yeah, Goliath. It sounds. What do you guys think about that? 'Cause I thought like when I saw Glisten, I was like, oh shit, she actually like was able to enchant like part of it right there. Like that's actually pretty dope.
Yeah, I think that was cool. of course I forget the exact name of it in Origin because I just quickly Googled it, but like I was seeing things that people think that castle-y house-looking thing that they see at the end is something like the library or something like that from the comics, where there was a storyline where Loki found all these books that are like pre-written histories of people, like predetermined like written books of like people's different timelines and how things finish and how things end of like your story as a person. And like in the comic he actually changed like he changed how his life ended, like he took control of it through this weird library thing. I don't know, people could whatever. I barely looked it up on Google, but that's what's I
It
think
is a
some
place
people
in
are
the
saying.
comics, though. It is a
So
place
like
from the
that would make
comics,
sense,
though.
I feel like, because then it's like if they find that place and like maybe they won't get, because it's going to continue, and then like the multiverse madness thing movie and then Spider-Man, like I think they're going to keep it open like as a mystery. They're not going to get all the answers at the end of Loki. But I think maybe if they find this library, like they actually could like maybe change their story to be like, let's get out of here. Let's like maybe help our other Loki friends. And then that's how they get out of it. And that's how they like change stuff, or how they wreck stuff. And that just adds to the craziness of the multiverse madness stuff. Like, I
I
don't
think
know.
it might leave with a cliffhanger.
I
Oh, it's
wouldn't doubt it.
definitely going to. Definitely.
But how it's going to be done, I don't know. Are we going to see like a preview, like an image of Kang? So some type of preview of Kang? I mean, yeah, like Derek said, that live thing is a servant of Kang. So like, well, that movie's not coming out until like 2023.
22.
Oh, it's coming out 20. Oh, okay. Ooh,
Yeah,
then yeah, we might get a preview.
First it's Spider-Man coming out, and then I think like a few months later is the Doctor Strange movie.
Because normally they would give you like a preview, like a year prior before the actual movie of that character coming through. So yeah, we might get a preview of Kang, perhaps. Look, great. Don't put your hopes up like you hope for Mephisto. Don't be like Derek or anything like that. Don't get your
Still
don't get your dreams crushed.
Still waiting.
I still think they're going to keep it a mystery though, because they still have to do Spider-Man's whole bit with multiverse stuff apparently. So
Yeah.
like, I don't think they're going to be outright like, "Here's the villain." I think they're going to just like do breadcrumbs.
No.
They're just,
Yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah,
going to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like,
End credit scenes.
yeah.
Which it wasn't an end credit scene for this episode. You saw the Loki intro in this one. I was a little bit disappointed in that.
Yeah.
We're just like, yeah. There's like, yeah, I don't care. Like, I don't really care. But no, I mean, like, this episode was like pretty straightforward. Like, there wasn't like a whole lot that happened. Like last week when we were here last week, it wasn't really a whole lot. It was like pretty straightforward from both these episodes. So I don't know if it's gonna be like a lot. They're gonna like put a whole lot of eggs into one basket in the next episode, or it's just gonna be like another like straightforward episode, which I don't think it would be for the last episode. So they gotta do something to like make us want it, to make us want more.
I mean, I'm a little
Gotta be
disappointed that
something.
Mobius's like character is going like now. I feel like
Yeah, what's he gonna do?
They
like
said
Burn
they
it to the
said though that
ground?
because of season 2 and maybe he'll appear in like Madness or something. Like they said this isn't the end of Mobius. Like he does come back. Like you'll see him again.
Yeah.
okay.
But he says
Wow.
he's gonna burn it to the TVA to the ground. It's like, with who though? Who's gonna burn it to the ground with? Like, you can't be doing it all by yourself. But who are you gonna get?
He
Are you
could
gonna
get
get
his
your
own
jet ski
movie.
first?
He
I
could get
think
his
he's gonna
own
You're gonna
break
get your
out.
jet
Yeah.
ski first.
I think he's gonna break out that chick that Ramona had in the little cell thing. I think
Oh
he's gonna
yeah.
like break her out, and I think they're just gonna try and screw shit up.
Screw shit up, wreck shit up, destroy the TVA, like and get. Ramona's face fucking bothers me, man. Like just that little two good shoes. Like she's like the type of girl that would snitch on your friends right there. Like, mom, dad, they're doing something bad. Like, oh, I've got a little spoiled brat face. Slap the shit at you with that look. Order. Like your life's been a lie to you. You don't want to tell the people the truth. Like she even said, the people need to know. They don't need to know. Dang,
Welcome
man.
to politics.
You're like
The fuck?
the world will never know. They're not supposed to know.
You can't
If you
handle
do
the
never,
truth.
if we do tell you, we're gonna have to kill you. I tell you, but I gotta kill you if I tell you.
Sounds about right.
That's how the world is right there. Ooh, damn, we're 30 minutes in. We're kind of like, damn, what else do we talk about right now? Because it's
Well,
like I said,
I just want to say in general, I thought it was hilarious. One, alligator Loki is like my favorite now. Like, I want a plushie of
oh,
him. I want the Funko Pop. I want
he
just give me everything. He's
he
adorable.
just how Baby Yoda
Wow.
got his shine. That
Yeah.
Loki alligator is gonna get his shine. Like in the next couple of days. There's always something from a Marvel
Really?
series that's
The
there's
the
a Marvel
Loki
series that's gonna be
alligator,
really
really?
popular.
Yeah. But I also think it's just funny though,
Wow.
like that whole scene of when like they're all fighting each other and they're all like turning on each other and like all that stuff. And like Loki's just so embarrassed. He's like, "Oh my god, am I like this horrible? Like I used to be this person." Like it's kind of just it's like the
Yeah,
same of like when you grow as a person, then you look back on like social media posts or videos from like 5 or 10 years ago, and you're like, "Oh my
yeah.
god, like I can't believe
He
that was
said
me."
he
Like
said this is a nightmare. As soon as he got up, it's like this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. See the growth in his potential, man. He is growing up
yeah.
before our very own eyes in these 5 episodes so far.
She ain't lying about that shit though. I saw a bunch of my old posts from like 8 years ago. I was like, ugh.
Oh my god!
Come on, Dad.
If I could go back in time and change shit that I did, oh man,
If I
man,
could slap 2009, Derek, oh man, the world would be a better place right now. Oh my God,
slap the shit, slap the shit out there, Eric.
I would.
Oh, another thing. Do you guys think like for like Loki season 2, we'll see eventually like a stronger Loki and Sylvie with their magic? Because I think with classic Loki, like building a whole freaking fake Asgard and shit. And he's like Loki even saying like, I think we're like stronger than we realize or whatever. I think it's because everyone complaining this whole season or this show of like, oh, like he's not that, he's always getting knocked around, he's getting his ass kicked, like how come he's not using more magic? And like I wanted to
Yeah,
see that too, but now I'm starting to realize like him and Sylvie, like they know magic, but like I don't think like they still need a lot to learn. Like they still need to like grow
yeah,
as like magicians and power like wizard whatever. Um and I like hope that actually does grow in the future, so like we fully see them to their full potential eventually, not just like dinking
Yeah,
around.
because
Mm.
all Loki has ever relied on all his life was trickery and running away from
that's what I'm
shit. So yeah,
saying.
he never he never
I never saw
really
much of a fighter.
he never
Little
applied
parlor
himself.
tricks.
Like if he actually applied himself and had listened to his mother, he probably would have been a bigger problem.
But he did it.
Of course
He
not.
was
Like
too.
most kids, don't listen to their parents.
I listen to my parents sometimes,
Well,
and I turned out
that
fine.
wasn't. Well, it wasn't his real parents though, too.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
But at the same time, it's like, hey, man, for the majority of your life, when you did think we were your parents, you still didn't listen. So he always felt indifferent. He always felt like Thor was the favorite. But you can't really look at your life that way
Well, he was.
when you're of such powerful when you're among so many powerful people. Your mom is literally a witch and your father is Odin. Like, yeah, Thor might be the one to get Mjolnir, but that doesn't mean you can't learn some shit that's just as dangerous.
yeah. I said,
Like,
man, from what he did to that lion thing right there.
Isn't technically he's like a prince in his own like world,
yeah,
like where he
because
comes
the
from?
Frost Giants, the place he was found at was like the leader of the Frost Giants.
Yeah.
It's funny too, people are like pointing out and getting mad of like, how are him and Sylvie like cold and need a blanket? They're frost giants. I'm like, but do you remember though that like when Odin turned Loki into like more human looking, like he actually physically changed him into an Asgardian. Like he didn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't just like a skin that he put on him. Like
Nope.
He
That's
made
why
him
he can.
Asgardian, so he can be cold. Like,
That's why he can take such a beating. The only time he actually changed into his normal self was when he came into contact with the Tesseract, right?
now is that cube, that other
Oh
thing?
yeah,
The
that cube that could freeze you. Yeah, and then his skin
yeah,
changed. Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rage is going after these internet trolls right here. He's just looking at all the negative comments and shit. Like it's like, oh my god, these
Well, 'cause I
motherfuckers right
like
here,
to
they don't
see.
understand.
Well, I like to see like what other people like come up with and like point out because sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I don't know things from comics and I like to see what people bring up and I'm like, oh yeah, that does
Yeah,
make sense, or oh yeah, that is possibility. Or then there's just people who are like coming up with weird stuff or
stupid.
like they stupid, but like,
Fan
but
fictions.
I also forget a ton of like small details about things too, so I could understand if people forgot the whole like frost giant Asgardian thing. Um, but yeah, I just always look at what other people are saying to keep up on stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, because I do like to watch other people's videos and be like, oh wait, I missed on that, I missed on that, I missed on that. So it's good to watch other people's like reactions. Just don't say any dumb shit. Like I said, we all got different opinions, but like sometimes your opinion might be dumb. Like,
Like the
Yeah.
people that
You
are
know what's you know
shipping
what's
Loki and Sylvie together are just weird. I'm like, you guys are weird. Like, no, like,
yeah. You know what I was also thinking about too, and like it's so messed up. It's like Loki was like taken like in his adult form, and like Sylvia or Sylvie,
Sylvie.
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 yeah. So she was taken when she was a little kid, right? So she's been like on the run and like trying to take them down since she was a little girl. So it's
Hmm.
like she never even had a life. So it's like
Yeah,
weird to see like after everything, what is she gonna do? Like who like what is she going to be? Like because it's like she had no life. Like she doesn't know what she wants.
Well, I like how they
it
had that
it kind of goes
conversation though with
back
the blanket.
to well, no, I was gonna say like it kind of goes back to the little conversation with Moby, where she was like, when Moby's like, all this time I thought we were the good guys. You were taking people from the universes and taking their, and you kept me out as a kid. So how are y'all the good guys? You pretty much ruined my life, pretty much. So, and then fast forward to when he's talking to all the other Lokis, it's like now after all this time serving these people for like so long, now you want to take over them or betray them. It's like it's not too late to start now. Not too late to start now.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
I like Anthony was saying though about like what is she gonna do after all this? Like I like that little
Yeah.
conversation they had together because like yeah, what are you gonna do after all this? Like what do you want to do with your life? Like what do you actually want to like be now? Because you could be whatever. Like
Mm.
it was kind of cute that they're like, well, we could do it together, I guess, and figure it out because we both don't know what the hell we're gonna do. So it's like a
Yeah.
cute, like friends, like, well, let's just do this shit together because like we're both
Hmm.
like
Yeah, it's like
clueless.
because look, can Loki go back to his timeline? Who knows? So if we go back to her
I mean,
timeline, who knows?
it's the
What's up?
best. Loki, the main Loki, 2012 Loki. His best course of action would be going back to his timeline. In all honesty, Sylvie, not so much. I mean, you literally missed out on your entire life. God only knows if Ragnarok already occurred in her timeline. So it's a catch 22.
Mm-hmm. Since we're on the since we're on like different universes and stuff like that, did you guys happen to see the What If trailer?
No comment.
I didn't get to watch it yet, but I saw clips of it that people were like freaking out.
Hmm. It looked dope.
Rachel.
Hi.
Hey,
It's
I've
the
been busy, okay? I haven't had a chance to
uh,
watch it.
no, no, that's all good. No, I'm happy you're here right now because I'm thinking like, man, she might not show up tonight, but no, yeah, I knew you were gonna pull through. I'm like, she's gonna come, she's gonna pull through. I know she was.
Well, you know what's funny though? I was again working on stuff, and almost completely forgot because I didn't realize what time it was. And then actually, my brother-in-law, who was like helping me build shit, and he's like, "Don't you have a podcast at like 8 o'clock?" And I'm like, "What time is it?" And he's like, "It's a quarter to 8." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" I had to like go run back to the apartment.
Oh man, I appreciate it. Now, it means a lot. Definitely
Yeah,
means a lot that you're here. Like I
some
said, I'm glad they
serious
got your here.
dedication though.
Hmm?
Yeah,
What?
serious dedication.
Oh yeah.
There's like a
Yeah.
slight lag with my when I start talking.
Hmm.
But
Um.
but I said that showed dedication that you
Oh
know stopped
yeah.
what you were doing and came back to the podcast.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
working on stuff all weekend, so I could stop for to come here.
Even though we're not getting paid at all for this, it's still great to have you guys here. So listen. Honestly, man, like I was not planning on doing like. I mean, I was thinking about okay, maybe I'll do a discussion on these Marvel shows, but I've been doing it like in every episode so far. It's like why stop now? Like it's a lot of fun.
I mean, they're fun. I mean, they're fun and they're interesting and like they make you want to talk about them. So
Yeah,
I was kind of
definitely.
skeptical about Loki. I was skeptical about Loki because I wasn't really a big Loki fan, but I just think like with Disney, like we said with the other shows, like they managed to like draw you in, and like visually the show is like awesome, and then you know the plot, but the storyline in it is like super interesting. So it just draws you in.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, definitely. Now, are any of you guys seeing? Not, it's I don't know. It's kind of changing the topic, but kind of not. But anyone seeing Black Widow this weekend?
No.
I'm gonna go
Oh
see it
yeah,
tonight. Actually, I'm seeing it tonight. Actually,
yeah.
because
Honestly, I was like super pissed off that they waited so long, and then now like I'm seeing like more of the trailer. I'm like, yo, I really want to see this movie.
it's like you're pissed off. Once I was like, "Oh, I forgive you right there." It's like a game gets getting pushed back all the time. Like, "Oh my god, it's getting pushed back." You're like, "Oh, it's getting closer. I forgive you now. Let me play the game right now." State of Play. I
Hmm.
don't know if I even saw this the PlayStation State of Play yet last night too. That came on. Yeah, I
Cool.
guess not. But no, I mean, I'm gonna go see because I was talking to Rachel last week. My Regal app, I gotta wait for a year in order to like cancel it. So while I can't cancel, I might as well just go to the theater and just watch it for free. So fuck it, because it's better
For free.
watch it for free or pay freaking $30 from Disney Plus to watch
Is it
it.
IMAX?
I'm
Is
gonna
it
watch that
IMAX?
standard theater. Is it? I feel as though if it's IMAX, it might
Oh,
be $1
oh,
more on that.
oh.
What?
How much would that be for you?
Well, right now, the app is the rig app is $20 a month. So, but I feel as though if you go see a movie in IMAX, it might be a little bit extra more. Uh, I can see, I can see. Oh yeah, yeah, no, it's
So,
$6.
so
It's
I
$6
noticed.
extra. It's not bad.
Okay.
I kind of saw that.
So I don't know. I know you do. I mean, you do what you want to do, but I always have this thing when it comes to movie theaters. If I'm going to spend the money, I have to see it in IMAX. I have to get the full
I saw
experience because
I
otherwise
saw
I'm not going
Endgame
to
in
really be able to see
IMAX.
it.
I saw Endgame in IMAX. That was my first IMAX theater.
Yeah. What? Good job. That you should have seen it that way. You should see any movie you go to pay to go see in the movie theaters. You got to make that thing memorable and just to have it IMAX. Pay the extra bucks.
And I saw it in 40. And I saw it in 4DX.
I want to hear explosions coming from the back of my head.
Yeah, that was my friend's idea. I'm like, fuck it, why not? Let's do it. And it was a lot of fun. Grant, the fact that the theater she was moving, I'm like, I yelled at the theater, how am I gonna eat my popcorn with my seat moving like this?
Wait, hold up. Was this IMAX or did you go to Universal?
So okay, so this was still Regal. Like I saw Endgame 3 times. The third time was 4DX, and just it was dope, man. It was a lot of fun. I liked it. I liked it. So yeah.
Interesting.
Mm.
I saw Black
So yeah,
Panther
man.
like 3 times.
IMAX?
Yeah, of course. Look, man, I
Anthony's gonna
took
check everybody. Be like, you seen it in IMAX? You seen it in
I
IMAX?
took
You seen it in IMAX?
everybody.
You didn't see it in IMAX? Huh? Oh, okay, okay.
I took
Buy that ticket again.
everybody to go see that
Buy that
movie.
ticket again. But I don't got the money. buy the ticket again, go see it in IMAX. Andy's gonna threaten people to go watch movies in IMAX.
I paid for a few
It's a
friends. I
whole.
was like, yo, you coming with me to see this shit.
It's a whole
Like,
experience. I feel like movie theater, you see a standard, it's not the same. Like if you're going to go to the movies nowadays, you might as well just do IMAX and get the whole experience. You know, bigger screen. You know, the
screen
sound
big
is
as hell.
better.
Yeah. No,
I went to see
agree.
The Incredibles 2 at IMAX. I was hyped.
Man, maybe I should start seeing movies in IMAX now. I should.
Do yourself a favor.
Maybe this will be there. May just be a huge turning point in my life right now.
You're welcome.
This will be a huge turning point. Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'm becoming a better person. My whole entire.
Rachel's not commenting on this, so she doesn't go to the movies.
No, I really I agree that like certain movies are better to see in a theater, but like I personally I don't care either way. Like I could just watch a movie on my computer just fine and just still enjoy it with headphones on. Like I don't need the theater experience. Like I could enjoy a movie and still no matter what I'm watching it on. Like
for me, I like seeing Marvel movies.
Is like, do they get the money from it?
Yeah, I don't see the point. Like I just see it as a waste of money. It's like I could perfectly watch it comfortable at home. So like unless it's something that I really want to see in theaters or like friends ask me to go with them, I'm like I don't care about the theater. I really don't.
But would the theater be cheaper than paying $30 for that upgrade thing on Disney Plus? Because that $30, man, that's a lot.
I'm not paying $30 for that shit either.
If you pay $30, do you own it or something like that? Because that's as much as as a Blu-ray and DVD combo, close to that. So if I pay $30, I should
pay the $30, and all it needs. After that. Yeah, you just pay the $30 to basically see it before everybody else sees it 3 months later for free. Like you just get earlier access to it.
But good luck trying to avoid spoilers though while you're waiting for those 3 months.
If you think about it, it's kind of messed up because it's in the theaters and you can watch IMAX. So it's like, okay, for all you people that are scared of COVID, if you want to watch the movie at home, you have to pay the extra money to watch it. But if you want to go to the movie theaters and you're, okay, then you'll pay like, $12, $13 to see.
I mean, Marvel's
kind of messed up actually because it's going to be free.
It's going to make their money somehow.
It's going to be free in a matter of a couple months. So it's like.
At the same time, though, people might not want to wait. I mean, great. Some people will, but it's like some people are like, I gotta see it now. I gotta see it now. And plus, Disney has to make their money somehow. They gotta make their money somehow. Like they know what this pandemic. Well, they already make good numbers right now from the first couple of days. Like I'm trying to look at it right now. I'm pretty sure they made numbers.
Well,
Derek, by the way, Derek, I saw. Yeah, Derek, by the way, I saw Fast and Furious last week. It was funny as hell. It was funny as hell.
Funny. You can't take it serious.
You can't. It's just funny though. It's just funny. I'm like,
logic.
That's the point. I think that's the point of the movie now. Like, it's making good numbers, so it's like it's got to be doing something right.
Family.
For it to keep on going like this right there. It's just like.
It's big. It's because it's big action, though. It's a big action movie to go see.
Barely is even that. It makes no fucking sense. I'm not even going to talk about that right now. I'm going to wait for this whole thing to end before I tear them a new one.
All right. So any last word? any last? Hey, don't say fucking. He's part of the Marvel Universe, okay? Like, come on, man. He's Groot. Don't talk about him, boy.
I'm gonna set his ass on fire to keep Grogu warm.
Nah, you can't. No, you can't say anything on fire. Now, you can't say anything on fire while I got family around. I got family. I can't let that happen. Family forever. But anyways, any got any last minute words before we head about it? Like I said, this episode was short, so like I said, not too much to talk about. Pretty straightforward. Any last words about Loki? I guess what are your predictions in like the next episode and the final episode? Cliffhanger. Ooh. Besides that,
I got nothing.
I got nothing either. I mean,
It's crazy.
it's pretty
I'm a G. I got
straightforward.
nothing.
Like,
Right.
Yeah,
Other than the
I got
possible
nothing.
library thing, I can't think of anything else that it could possibly end on. So I have no idea. All I know is probably just gonna continue setting up the multiverse stuff. Like
mm,
Yeah, more multiverse stuff. So everybody, thank you guys for tuning in today. If you missed this will be on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Anchor. So yes, if you missed this, you can be sure to check us out on that. So that's it. Nothing else to talk about. So we went this in under an hour. So everyone, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time. Y'all have a good and safe night.